What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at the best players under 1 million coins. We've done 100k, 250, 500. All of them will be at the end of the video if you want to check them out. Prices will vary from this video, so if you watch it in a week, a month, 2 months, more than likely these prices could fluctuate. A lot of these could go down and there could be new players added to them. We will keep the list going as we go forward in our FIFA journey. And today, to start with, we've got Adeyemi, a very nice card. He's coming in roughly one of the lower ones on the list at about, well, just over 500,000 coins. A 4-star, great pace, great dribbling. He is obviously left-footed with a high medium. He can be centre forward. I think the pace is the big driving factor with this card personally. Dribbling wise has had a nice upgrade as well, and it more than likely will be the highest rated Adeyemi until at least team of the season or footies, if he does manage to get one. So I think in general he's a nice fresh section to check out. Obviously with the future stars, a lot of them are players that just don't have informs, and if they do, they're 81 to 84 at an absolute maximum, and a lot of them have started out at a silver. So he's first on our list. Next up is going to be World Cup Smallerc. Again, a player I expect at some point to drop down in price dramatically. At the minute he's holding a very good price. To say these are already been in the game for quite some time now, to be honest. They have been in for what, the past 3 months, 4 months-ish, and most definitely this one still comes in at a very good price. The only kind of factor that I don't really like with him is the 3-star skills. If we added a little bit of a bonus there, then we are looking incredible, because the pace is fantastic, finishing's fantastic, dribbling's brilliant, and he's got a bit of strength as well. He is almost the perfect sort of player, and obviously getting himself the links of the 3-star already is always good as well. It does mean we don't need any Polish players in our team, because realistically Lewandowski's one, Zelensky normally has a couple of nice cards by the end, but other than that there is very few that you actually really want in your starting team as well. So most definitely coming in at a very good price with the striker sort of mentality. Are you tired of using players like this? I would much rather have teams more like this. Then I recommend going over to skycoach.gg for all of your coaching and coins needs. They are cheap, fast and reliable, but at the checkout make sure you are using code JT11 for a discount on your orders. Back to the video. Then we move on to Javi Alonso. We've got a little bit of time left for his icon SBC, and he has been an absolute dream in my team. He is a brilliant centre mid. CDM centre mid is the 2 perfect roles. A 4-star, a brand new feel to the card as well, because he was one of the players that when I saw the base mid prime, you could just tell he had very much David Beckham, Paul Scholes, kind of Lampardy vibes. His in-game, his real-life football, outstanding. You can't beat him. He's a very good midfielder in real life. But when it comes to FIFA, doesn't translate as well as what you want, because he is a no-nonsense sort of player. Very much get the ball, pass it on, maybe has a few nice goals here and there. Defending was solid, but other than that, there is no flair to him. There's not the skill moves. There's not the blistering pace. His height at 6 foot still good enough, but he's not like a Hullet who's 6'4". So he does have a very limited basis around the card. With the Team of the Year icon, they've definitely added that up, and that is where I personally really like these Team of the Year icons and the new campaign feel. It's a very nice concept they've added with the World Cup, the Team of the Year, and hopefully a couple more to follow. And this guy is well worth the SBC. Him and Zidane together, both SBC players, both in the centre of the midfield, and do wonderfully. Then we move on to Eto'o. It is the base, so it is the cheapest version of Eto'o, but I do think for me any version of Eto'o is a fantastic pick up and play striker. If you are looking for a striker that you just never played with, or most definitely don't see a lot of in terms of the base, especially now, he is still brilliant. The pace is fantastic. He's always had great finishing on him, and his dribbling's normally good as well. Passing wise, he's got a bit of average, which is always nice, but I do think for me, Eto'o is a wonderful player for a lot of game styles, and that is personally where I think a lot of meta players really fall down on, especially if we look at someone like an Ibra, very unique, very certain way to play, and if you don't play that way, sometimes him to be honest, will play quite well in most, but he definitely won't get the best if you just try and constant through balls with him. It just won't work. Get it to his feet, get it in the box. That is the sort of play for Ibra, whereas Eto'o, you could do either. You could pass 2 feet, and yes, he hasn't necessarily got incredible amounts of strength, but his pace adds that bonus of being able to get the ball first, knock it off, get the run on. He can get headers to some extent, but it's not really the way I personally play FIFA anyway, and I don't think a lot of people go for crosses as their main tactic, as really that is very difficult in general, unless it's completely open, but he'd still be able to take the ball down and shoot regardless, even if he doesn't want to do a header. He's definitely one player that, from an icon, as a mid to very high tier sort of striker, every version of him is for everybody. Then we move on to João Felix, an incredible right wing. Would I say I buy him outright? Maybe not. I think price-wise, a lot of people are looking for mainly untradeable cards, which is understandable. I feel like that is the way FIFA's going, but this card is absolutely rapid down the wing. He can play centre forward, striker, right wing, right mid. He is very good as a striker, but the pace that I like from this upgrade is definitely more right wing based. His kind of strength does lack a little bit, especially when we're going against Lucio, Maldini, Varane, Virgil every single game. I feel like he gets bullied off the ball a little bit too much, whereas the cut-in from, obviously, the right-hand side, or even if you wanted to in-game swap him to the left, is going to be much better. He's very quick on the turn, the left stick dribbling's nice, and he has that acceleration to get past that fullback. Plus, then you add a little bit of shooting. If you want a Deadeye or obviously finisher, anything to kind of get up that finishing, then you are absolutely fine with him, as in general, he's an absolute monster going in behind from them wing positions. Then we have a player that, personally, again, I've done him 3 times in a video, still don't know his name. But in general, this card is fantastic. He's definitely come down a hell of a lot in price, which is always perfect, because I think he was sitting at about 1.4 mil at the start of his reign, whereas now we've kind of dropped to more the 600k sort of mark. A 4-star, 5-star on the wing. He's gonna have to have some links with obviously Serie A players or Napoli players in themselves, which again you can argue is absolutely fine. There is plenty of players going around, from Lucio's normal hero to Di Natale if you wanted hero-based cards. Even Marchisio as well is another cracking one if you want the top of the top. Then also there is players in Napoli that will be able to give you a very good shout, and I think Osimhen is the #1 shout for me. But in general, this card is brilliant. The pace is brilliant. The finishing, obviously with a chem style, looks really nice. Agility's good composure. Passing wise, again, top dollar. You cannot argue with this card one bit. A very nice addition to Future Stars, and I think they've upgraded him very, very well. Then we have Maldini. Just a few shouts on a couple of centre-backs. Not going to run too much with him, but if you've not done the base, the mid is definitely worth a shout if you are in between coins. Maybe you don't want to spend over a mil for the prime. The mid is just as good. Will give you everything that the prime can get. The prime's just minimal upgrade. It's not necessarily incredible difference between the 92 and 94, but it's definitely a difference that you would pay the price for the premium. Maldini's mid, had him a couple of years ago from a pack, and he just did outstanding work. He's always a great centre-back. And then on to another centre-back in Arejo from another future star. Again, this guy has taken it by storm from his gold card to, I believe, a Path to Glory or some sort of World Cup card, now to a future star. Again, he is going to be a top centre-back if he can continue, because 90 rated, great sprint speed, defending and physical both at 90, which you can never argue with. Great reactions and composure. Short pass is good. A very, very solid centre-back. But again, with centre-backs, there is a lot of options, so whether you'd pay out for him is another question. And then we go on to hopefully the final centre-back, because they seem to be in an absolute abundance. But winter wildcard Varane, endgame as you like. Great defending physicals. You whack a shadow on him, you're looking at 90 plus pace, as well as the defending going way over 90. Doesn't necessarily have the composure that I'd like, but most definitely in game, fantastic. That is where Varane really works. Him, Virgil, Lucio, Vidic team of the year, even Nesta team of the year, to be honest. And then obviously you've got your Militaos in team of the year as well. All absolutely outstanding centre-backs. Then we have World Cup hero Valer, 91 rated, and again, very much like Smallerc, if he had the 4-star skills, this card would be absolute dynamite. His pace, shooting and dribbling already are fantastic, and his 89's definitely still kicking about, But with that 4-star skills, it would just add a whole new level to him. Hopefully we do get a new campaign of heroes as well. We did get just the normal heroes and World Cup. So hopefully Captains comes back, Shapeshifters, something different where we could see Valère potentially in a left wing with a 4-star or 5-star skill move. That would be a really nice balance for him. And I think really would do this game some nice to have a fresh new look on them heroes. We then have Team of the Year Pires. Like I said, with a lot of these Team of the Years, they have had a lovely upgrade. Javi Alonso was another example. Pires is phenomenal. I would say even his prime felt quite quick down the wing. We used him I think about a week or two before this card came out, and I was surprised with how quick he actually felt, especially being 6'2". But we've got a 5-star, 4-star, can actually be cam, left wing, right mid, and left mid, with very good stats throughout. Pace at 90. Gotta love it. You've got the finishing at 90, losing out a bit of shot power, but we definitely can upgrade that. Passing wise, I'd say that's solid enough. Dribbling wise, solid enough. You can go with a Hunter on this card and have absolutely no worries with how well he would do. Obviously, the strength side of stuff is not going to be fantastic, but I do think that is just the way it goes with him. But a brilliant card if you're looking at the top dollar. Then we have Butragueno as a World Cup icon. Again, very much like Eto'o, a pick up and play sort of striker. 4-star, 5-star, medium-low work rates, pace, finishing, all absolutely top dollar, as well as the dribbling coming in at 90 and above, just the composure at 87, which is more than fine, and has the stamina to go with it, and a little bit of finesse. Again, with icons, we're trying to trail them out a little bit because there is a lot of icons that you can always count on. But when it comes to the natural players, the Arejos, the Winter Wildcard Varans, obviously then into Future Stars, they change so much, it's crazy. But then finally we have Path to Glory Walker, a great right back. Is very expensive at 900,000 coins, but he's an endgame right back. If you're not looking for a Team of the Year Hakimi, or you're looking for any sort of right back that isn't on Walker's level, this guy in Prem is the best of the best. Great pace, defending, physical. Obviously the composure could have done with a little bit more work, which is really the only negative on him, just because everything else is absolutely wonderful. And that's going to be the list for the million coins. Let me know down below if you would put anybody else in that category. Check out the videos on screen. We've got 500k, 250k, and 100k to have a look at as well. But apart from that, make sure you like and subscribe.